Hello, hello, guys. We are going to have a very, very quick conversation about this upcoming webinar, and I could not be any more excited. I cannot believe that we are already coming up on another conference. If somebody had told me just 2 years ago, oh, you're going to be holding live conferences and you're going to be doing live virtuals, I would have been like, you're a crazy person because I am not one to get in front of people. But I'm telling you what, this has been the most exciting 2.5 years, and not because of getting to meet these people, getting to do these classes, the master classes, the webinars, the conferences. The excitement is the phone call I just got off, where we're talking about people are finding complete financial freedom. They're at total peace. And to know that the good Lord made it to where I can come with this information to you guys, I'm excited. I am blessed to even be in this situation, to be in this position, that I'm allowed to bring something to the American people and the world that is helping you to get free. So the 3-day conference, that is coming up. It is virtual. It is recorded. So if you miss a session, you don't have to worry about not being able to catch up or hear every one of the speakers, because we have so many speakers coming that it's going to be amazing. You're going to get fed the financial information that you need, and you can get excited about your finances again. The couple that I was just speaking to in New York City thought they would never be able to be free again. They're free. They're down to $25,000 is all they lack on their debt elimination, and that's within a few months. So you guys that are sitting there and you're down and depressed because you feel like that you're never going to be able to get out of this situation, please, please know that if I can do it, you can do it. And so many across the United States right now is getting free because they learned how to use the bank. They learned how to make their income work for them. They learned how to turn that mighty dollar from going away to interest in a bank to getting put back in your pocket. And it's so easy. It's so easy. It's your mindset. It's your training on how you were taught to make payments. And when you realize that you don't have to be in a payment mode, you don't have to be stressing out about those monthly payments. You don't have to be living paycheck to paycheck. When you realize that you don't have to live in that state anymore, it's total freedom. And that's what I want to bring to you. And that's what the 3-day conference is going to be talking about. We're going to be bringing speakers that are going to help me help you to advance your finances. Some of you guys are covered up in debt right now. Some of you are not able to breathe because you're just swarming in debt. It doesn't have to be that way. And it's not hard to get out. I know I say that all the time. And for you newbies that have not been using the concept, then you probably are like, what's she even talking about? Because this is crap. I'm going to be in debt forever. But let me tell you, financial freedom is coming across this whole nation. Every state has been affected by VANNtastic. And everybody that uses the concept is getting free. And you can do that too. You can do that too. Life is tough. We have enough to deal with without having to worry about making payments. How are we going to get out of the debt? How are we ever going to get out of the debt? Some of you guys are covered up in student loans. I have dealt with 3 people this past week that had well over $300,000 in student loan debt. It's real. They have really put us under this debt weight from the time you graduate from college. That's not fair. And I'm telling you that if you watch the channel, if you learn the concept, it's just like, how many of you have seen the picture and you look at the picture first and it's a little old woman, but then your mind, you keep looking and staring at that photo and all of a sudden it changes and you're like, wow, that wasn't a little old woman, that was a beautiful woman. How many times have you seen those pictures that you just focus and all of a sudden it clears to a completely different picture? That's what happens with the VANNtastic channel. You're programmed to see math a certain way. You're programmed to see the bank tools a certain way. You're programmed to see your debt a certain way. But when you hear a new concept and you keep thinking and you keep dwelling and you keep watching how that unfolds, all of a sudden you can never go back and look at math the way you did before. You can never go back and look at your debt the way you did before, because now there's total freedom. And if I could just get the newbies that jump into the channel and they're like, what's this woman talking about? What's she talking about? What is this? I've been paying debt all my life. How's anything changed? Probably hasn't changed, but your mindset will when you learn the concept and how it's going to work in your situation. I'm telling you, it worked for me. I'm completely excited about finances now. I too was paycheck to paycheck. I too was a single mom. I get it. I get it. But the idea is that if I can do it, you can. And it gets exciting. And like I said, I'm talking to people every single day, and I'm hearing your stories, and I'm hearing how you too had no idea that this concept was out there. You had no idea that there was another way to look at your finances, and you never dreamed in a million years that you would be able to get out of debt. You never dreamed in a million years that it would be okay to eat out at that restaurant every week, to take your kids to the movies every week, every month, to take your kids on vacation at least once a year. It's exciting, and I want you to be excited. I want you to be excited about the 3-day virtual conference that we're getting ready to have September the 1st through the 3rd. I intentionally scheduled that on Labor Day because you need to hear this information if you have not heard it before. And I want you to get excited about what life has to offer you in the financial realm. I know, right? You're like, what? I don't make $3,000 a month. How could I ever be out of debt? Wait, I've been making $20,000 a month for 15 years and I'm still paycheck to paycheck. I've heard it all. And oh my goodness, people are breaking the chains of debt off of them, and I could not be any more excited. So I want to share this with you. I want you guys to join me for the 3-day webinar. It's a webinar conference, it's virtual. So we're going to have so many speakers there. Yes, the Chris Ogle is going to be joining us. Yes, Alex Elbaron is going to be joining us. We have Brent Carlson going to be talking to us about trust. You know what? Back to the infinite banking concept. Chris has some really exciting information that we're going to be sharing during this webinar. And I want to run around the room right now because I'm so excited about what we're getting ready to show you and how velocity banking just went from doing your transfers back and forth to knowing what to do. How many of you guys have asked me for that software? And we're getting ready to talk about some new exciting things that's developing currently to help you in your journey to get debt free. So I'm excited about that. I hope that you guys are having a great Friday. I hope that you're excited about your weekend. If you're like me, you are. If you're like me, you had a great vacation this year. You're looking forward to a great Christmas this year because all of that financial stress, guess what? It dissipates when you know how to use the bank. So I wanted to jump on here, invite you to the 3-day virtual conference that we're going to be having September the 1st through the 3rd. So that's just a few weeks away. It's amazing how fast this year has flown. It's amazing. But we want to bring that to you. That is just an $89 package. So you get the recordings and everything if you can't make it. But it is valuable information. I'm even going to have my personal high performance coach there going to be talking to us. JJ, the CPA, is going to be talking to us. Wow, he has changed my tax life. He's so good at what he does. He's so knowledgeable. Jump on and enjoy this time with all of us together because we're going to bring you as much information as we can possibly stuff in these 3 days. And I hope you're excited about it. I'm going to jump off of here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video on the YouTube channel. It is VANNtastic when you get all of your finances in order and you get excited about your financial life again. I'm excited for you. I know you can do this, and I'm going to help you make it happen. That's what these 3-day webinars are for, is so that you can get all this information and really not only eliminate your debt, but let's build wealth. Let's be ready for when our children are older, and especially when we're gone, having them set up in an order. So I'm super excited for you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. There's going to be a link for the conference underneath the video on YouTube, so feel free to go check that out, and I hope to see you there. You all have a great day, and I'll see you